Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best full-frame cameras.
Starting at number 5.
Panasonic Lumix S5. We rate the Panasonic Lumix S5 II as the best full-frame video camera for most people. During our tests, it delivered rich and detailed 6K/30p footage with wide dynamic range, courtesy of its various color profiles. Standouts include real-time LUTs and 10-bit recording across almost all resolutions. The cherry on the cake is recording from the full width and height of the sensor, also known as open gate. This means you keep more detail when cropping to vertical formats for social, compared to cameras like the Nikon Z8 which shoot at 16:9 or wider. The rugged S5 II is also Panasonic's first ever mirrorless camera with phase detection AF for video, addressing the previous downside to the system. You get staggeringly good image stabilization, which we found smooths out shakes effectively for run-and-gun video, but there is a 1.5x crop on 4K/60p video, which is a shame. There's also a costlier Lumix S5 IIX version to consider, which has a few extra video-centric features. Panasonic has been adding useful new features via firmware updates, too, such as proxy recording.
Coming at number 4.
Canon EOS R5. As its spec sheet confirms, the Canon EOS R5 is an incredibly powerful tool. The 45MP full-frame sensor is exceptional, producing superlative images in low light, with fantastic noise handling even past ISO 4000. Next-gen dual-pixel autofocus, backed up by Canon's Digic X processor, is similarly excellent, with outstandingly accurate tracking and animal detection skills that will blow away safari shooters. The electronic shutter also delivers rapid 20 frames per second continuous shooting, completing a package that's as capable on the street as it is in the studio. Less solid are its hybrid credentials. While it's hard to ignore 8K footage at up to 30 frames per second and 4K at up to 120 frames per second, the R5's versatility for videographers is limited by heat restrictions on recording times, with long cool-down periods. What's more, the EOS R5 represents a serious investment, especially if you shell out for the speedy CF Express cards needed to unlock its ultimate performance. But if money is no object, it's arguably the top full-frame option for stills photographers.
At number 3.
Nikon Z5. A dead ringer for the Nikon Z6, Nikon's latest large sensor effort is the best entry-level full-frame mirrorless camera on the market. As a beginner's option, it ticks a lot of boxes. Its weather-sealed body features a big, comfy grip and a neat control layout that's accessible in the hand, with a 3-inch tilting touchscreen that makes menu navigation a cinch. The 24.2MP full-frame sensor inside serves up lovely images in a range of shooting scenarios, while the large, bright EVF is fantastic for framing shots. Autofocus is very impressive, too, with the 273-point hybrid system working well for both static and moving subjects. There are some compromises, though. The 4.5 frames per second burst speed is underwhelming, while a 1.7x crop on 4K footage is disappointing. And if you regularly shoot in low light, the back-illuminated sensor of the Z6 performs better at higher ISOs. Still, the Z5 delivers plenty for those looking for their first full-frame camera, provided you have a healthy budget. It's pricier than several rivals and, as the cost of the older but more capable Z6 continues to fall, buyers will have a tricky choice to make.
Number 2 of my list.
Nikon Z8. The 5-star rated Nikon Z8 takes everything that made the Z9 our camera of the year 2022, and squeezes that powerful performance into a smaller and cheaper package. It's one of the most capable mirrorless cameras money can buy and the more sensible option of those two models for most people. Like the Z9, the Z8 features the quickest ever stacked sensor and doesn't have a mechanical shutter. That means you get superb shooting speeds with no distortion of fast-moving subjects, 20 frames per second burst shooting at full quality, or up to 120 frames per second if you're happy with 11MP output. In testing, we found the Z8 to be a superb hybrid camera, producing pin-sharp 45.7 MP stills and fantastic 8K video up to 60 frames per second. It marries speed and quality perfectly. The 61 MP Sony A7 IV might have better detail, but it's twice as slow in general. We did find battery life a little limited in testing. That's where the larger Z9 battery shines, while in-body image stabilization is only okay. Otherwise, you'll struggle to find a more capable hybrid full-frame camera.
And number 1.
Sony A7 IV. Sony's A7 III has long been a full-frame favorite among enthusiasts, so improving on its superb skill set was never going to be easy, but the A7 IV more than delivers. A price increase means it's not quite the entry-level option that its predecessor was, but there are plenty of improvements to justify the inflation. While a new 33 MP sensor doesn't dramatically improve the quality of still images, it does contribute to a versatile shooting experience that's better all round. Powered by a Bionz XR processor, this is a hybrid camera that's good in almost any situation. Though there's a crop on 4K footage, IAF and 10-bit support also give it proper video chops. Sure, it's not the easiest camera for beginners to get to grips with. Nor is it the best value for purist stills photographers. But add a huge CF Express card buffer into the mix and the Sony A7 IV shapes up as a compelling full-frame all-rounder.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.